In this video, we're going to review the ProductX and see how it works. Hi, my name is Stratos and I'm constantly producing video tutorials about WordPress. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also, take a moment and give me a thumbs up and help grow my channel. So, the name of the plugin, as I've said, is the ProductX, and this is basically a Gutenberg plugin, and it will add some blogs so we can add products and categories along with other things in our pages. It also can do much more things, and we're going to see it later on. So, this is the website. It's in wpxpo.com, and I will put the link in the description below. Keep in mind that this link is not an affiliate link. If you go there, you will see that they are creating two plugins, the PostX and the ProductX. So here you can download the free version, and we're going to see the free version, and of course we're going to see the pro version as well. And here you will also see a live demo for the pro version. Let's go here, and you will see that you can create some grid cards that has features like quick view, wishlist, product filter up on top, compare, image flip, add to cart buttons, and they have a query builder. Also, you can save templates, and those templates can be used later on. No coding required. It has many features that you can style. We will see it in the free and the pro version as well. And you can create also wishlist pages. There are some things that I would like to be improved in here. You can create quick view cards, and you can view the details of a product without the need of going into the single product page and add the product from there to the cart, Easy to compare, so it adds compare pages. Again, there are things that I would like to see here that are missing. They have ready starter packs, so they have ready layouts. Basically, most of those are for the pro version. And here, even though we are in the ProductX, we are viewing the PostX plugin. I don't know why. Okay, let's go and continue. We have here it says why to use the ProductX. It's basically a very big page, very long page, and you will see that it has ready-made layouts, advanced query builder, save template, and this means that you have the feature to create something, a template that you can use with a shortcode and put it inside your builder. So if you're using Elementor, Visual Composer, Oxygen Builder, Divi, or anything else, you can create the template that you want, and you can add the shortcode in the front end and have it right there. Then we have the product grid style, product list style, as you can see, product filter, product navigation, image flip, the roadmap, we will see it. Core feature like sales status, feature tags, display stock. You can see they have a list of features. They have amazing stuff here. So they have yearly and lifetime deals, and they have 3 packages for each one. The yearly, they have a personal and professional unlimited, and all of those are for 1 year of support and updates. If you go to lifetime, you will see that they have 30% off at this moment, and this is only for the unlimited, and 15% for the personal and the professional. The professional is for 5 sites, and the unlimited, of course, is unlimited. And they offer 14 days of money back guarantee, no questions asked. If you go down here, you will see the free and the pro version comparison. And let's go to the changelog. Now, the initial release was last year in 22 of April 2020. After that, they have frequently updated the product. Roughly every 2 months they update and give us something new. And if we go to the roadmap, we will see that the multi-site network support is released, the shortcode support is released, and they are working on some other things like search blocks with IX technology, GT Matrix Pass that will improve the speed of the product. Now, this product will not slow down your website in the front end, but in the back end we will see something weird, and we're going to see it later on. We have a single page builder and a taxonomy page builder. So with these two features, you will be able to create your single product page and your category product page inside your Gutenberg editor. You can do these things with your Pro builder if you're using Elementor Pro, Divi Pro, Oxygen, or a different Pro version of a builder. But with this plugin, you will be able to do that in Gutenberg, which will be faster. We have cart page editor. We have equal height all cards, and this should be on top, I think, which is crucial. Checkout page editor, quick off canvas card, height on different devices, and product variation colors. So these are the features that we're going to have in the future. They don't say when they are going to release it, but it will be hopefully soon enough. And here I want to show you the system requirements because I used this plugin in a different server and I had some problems. So please be sure to have it in a website that is handled by a server with a PHP version of 7.4 minimum, and the MySQL version should be 5.6 or greater, or MariaDB version should be 10.1 or greater. If you have something different, be sure to check it out. Memory limit should be 254 megabytes or higher. So some things are not working correctly if you go to previous versions. Also, they don't support the Internet Explorer, and you should know that. I'm guessing that it's not something that you should care about. Internet Explorer is way too old technology. Okay. So let's go to the theme. This is the theme that we're going to use. This is the website that we're going to use. This is an Astra theme that I have imported an Astra ready template, and I used the Astra because it has the more custom and more advanced templates for WooCommerce, and I had something that I could choose and I liked. So I have something like this, and this is the featured products that I have in the home page. Now, I tried to find a plugin that would let me create something like a carousel or a product grid, and that would give me the functionality to style it how I want it. I searched, and the only plugin that satisfied my needs was the ProductX. Even in the free version, the ProductX is way too good comparison with other plugins. Now, if you want only the overview of the product, my opinion about the product, you can go into the site stamps and you will see there, and you can jump into the end of the video and you will just see what is my opinion about the product. But if you want to follow along, just keep watching. So we're going to see why was there a problem with every other thing that I tried it, and we're going to then install the ProductX free and then the Pro version. Okay, so let's go back, let's go to the edit page, and here is the products that we're going to see. This is the short code that is fetching the products. As you can see, product limit 8, columns 4, visibility featured. This is the only setting. So with that, I cannot change, of course, anything from the style. I cannot change the colors, the buttons, the prices, the titles. I cannot change anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click add here and I'm going to browse all. At the bottom of the page, we will find here that we have the WooCommerce blocks. This is something that you have inside your Gutenberg straight when you install WooCommerce. It's automatically installed. So I'm going to use all products. It's no difference no matter what you choose here. And once you add it here, I'm going to click here and it says columns, which is 3, and I'm going to change that in 4. I have rows, which is 3. I'm going to change that in 2, and then I have align last blog. And I have content settings, which will show sorting drop down, which is this one, and order product by, and this is the default sorting method. And this is all the settings that I have for this blog. I cannot do anything else. I cannot change anything else. So let's remove that. Let's save that. And let's go to the plugins. And I have here the Cadence Blocks Pro and the Cadence Blocks Free. So I'm going to install both of those. I don't like when the plugins jump when you activate it in another page. So let's go back to install plugins, activate that again. Okay, and now that it's activated, I'm going to refresh the page and I'm going to use something from the Cadence blog. I have also tried other blogs for the WooCommerce products, but they couldn't support what I wanted to do. So let's click here, browse all, and I'm going to select the product carousel. This is the product carousel. I'm going to click it, and here is the settings that I can have. So select products by standard or on sale or anything else. We have 4 settings here, 5 settings. Menu order, I have something that I can change here for the order by. I have number of items. This is 6 at this moment. I can filter by category and I select the category that I want. And then I have the carousel settings, which is the carousel autoplay, the speed of the autoplay and the transition speed. I can have it to slide to scroll one or all the slides. I can select the arrow style between 4 different things or none at all. I can select the dot style between 4 different things or none at all. I cannot change colors or anything else. I have the columns and I can change the columns, let's say to 4. I can select the column gap. And here I have also advanced, and I can select the advanced CSS class. Okay, this is from Gutenberg. Okay, so that was all the styling that I can do. I cannot change anything else. As you can see here, I cannot change the color of the title, the font size, or anything else. Now let's remove that. And let's go here, click plus and click browse all. And I'm going to select the post carousel instead of the product. This will give me a little bit more control, but not quite enough. So here, instead of post, I'm going to go for products. For the query, I can select query or individual. If you want to select some specific products, I'm going for query. Newest to oldest, number of items are 6. Okay, I can go for 8, maybe. And then we have the offset starting post is 0. Okay, select taxonomy. I'm going to select product categories. And here for all, I'm going to select cactus and plants. After that, I'm going here that says layout settings, and I'm going to select carousel. And then I'm going down here that says columns, and I'm going to select 4. Okay, now that we have something like that, I can select, of course, the slide to scrolls. Again, the arrow style, I have 4 options or none, and the dot styles 4 options or none. Nothing specific to there. But if I go to the post container, I can select that to be in the middle. So the alignment is in the middle now. I have background color for the content. I have border color. I have header settings that I can select the background and the padding and the margin. And if I go to the title settings, I can select the title color to be something like a red. So I can change the title. And then I can select that to be H4 and 20 pixels. 20 pixels. And then I can select the line height if I want to change that. Let's go to the padding here and put a little bit of more padding to give it a little bit of space. 20 on top, 20 on the bottom. Okay, and then I can go into the below title meta to disable the post on January that says here, which is the post date, so date. Show author, disabled all of those, and then let's go to expert and remove the show expert. So this is the best that I can do. I cannot edit anything else. So this is what I was using before the ProductX plugin. So if I go and update the product, you will see in the front end that now I have a little bit better styling than what I had before. Where was that? Let's update again. And let's go into the home page again. And this is the one. It's pretty close to this one, and that's why I was confused. Okay, so this is how it looks. Now, we're going into the plugins, and we're going to install a new plugin. Add new, and we're going to install the ProductX. ProductX, not PostX. ProductX. Install now. It has over 1000 active installation and 4.5 stars for the reviews. Let's activate that. And once it's activated, immediately it jumps into the settings, which I don't like. I don't like the plugins that do that. But I cannot do anything with that. So CSS add via its header or file system if you want to add as a file independently. I'm going to leave it as header. After that, we have the container width, which you can change from the settings here, and this is basically because they have a container element inside the products, inside the elements for the Gutenberg editor, and here you can put, of course, your own what your theme is giving you. In most cases, you will find that in the customizer. Here in the customizer, you will have to go into your own settings for your theme, but here in the Astra, it's in global and container. Here we have 1200 pixels. This is the width from the beginning of the logo until the last item in the menu. This is the container width. Okay, so we have this number. I'm going to grab it. Let's close the customizer and let's go here and paste that number here. Sorry, 1. Okay. Then we have the editor container. It can go as theme default or full width. I'm going to leave it as theme default and I'm going to save changes. I don't want to hide the import button. Okay, then we have some features like the compare, flip image, quick view, wishlist, and change log. These are can be disabled from the add-ons. As you can see here, we have compare, flip image, quick view, save templates, and wishlist, and I will enable this one. Okay, and now that I have the save templates here. So if you don't want to have the wishlist or the compare, you can just disable it from here. Let's go back to the settings, and here we're going to edit all of those. So the compare page is created automatically once you activate the product. It's automatically created. If you want, you can change the product to a different one, the page to a different one, and you can create your own and just go and paste this shortcode inside the compare page. The button text, basically it's the link text, not the button text, because it's not a button. It says compare, and you can change that to whatever you want, and browser text says add it once you added that. After that, we have some text that should be hide from here. I don't know why the ProductX team has left this lorem ipsum inside here. I don't know why. Go and remove that, please. Enable and disable. If you want to disable that from the single page, we have the position after or before the card. We have action, add it to compare or pop-up compare. This is a pro feature, so I cannot enable that. And we have the action after add it, pop-up or redirect to a page. If you go and redirect to a page, immediately when you add something in the comparison page, you will be redirected to that. But keep in mind that if you do it with one product, because you have to select first one product, you will jump straight to the comparison page. Then I think that it's something that you don't want to do. Then we have the flip image, and we cannot select this one because it's a pro feature. We have the quick view, and here we have only the disable quick view on mobile, enable product link, and change the text. Everything else is in pro. We have the wish list, and we can select if we want a page for the wish list. Keep in mind that the wish list page is not automatically created, so you have to create it yourself. So I'm going to do that later on, and I can go and select to change the text if I want to something different. I can enable the wish list in a single page, before or after cart, and pop-up or redirect page. So let's grab the shortcode here, and I'm going pages and add new page. Keep in mind that in other tests that I have created, I was getting an error, probably because of my MariaDB version. By my SQL version. I hadn't MariaDB in that server. So I'm going for a wish list page, wish list. Hopefully I haven't misspelled that. And here I'm going for a shortcode. Okay, let's publish that before adding the shortcode, just to see if it's going to put an error. So update that, and everything is good. If you see an error here, it means that something is not working correctly, and you will not be able to work the wish list and the product page. So now that I have here the page, I can go here and refresh the page, and now select the wish list page here and save changes. Okay, after that I can go and see the change log if I want, which is basically the same in the website as with this. So let's go now and see some products. I'm going into the products, all products, and I'm going to select and open some of those. Let's open 5 or 6 of those. View, 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 and view. Okay, so we have this product, and as you can see, this is the compare and the add to wish list. Because this is in line, the button is not in the full width, so this compare is in line with the button. I have seen that in other themes as well. It's not looking great, and you should go, if you have this problem, and put that on top, or contact the support of the ProductX to give you a solution with custom CSS if you cannot do it yourself. So I'm going for the compare, and I'm going to do it before cart, save changes, and then go into wish list, and going into before cart and save changes. Let's go back to the product and refresh, and I will see that those two are now on top. Let's wait for that to be refreshed. Okay, it's taking some time. Now this is the problem of my website, not the plugin itself, but basically the server, because it's using too many websites for tests. Okay, let's stop and refresh again. Okay, now it's good. So you have compare here and add to wish list. These colors are grabbed from the theme, And if I go and click here, compare, you can see when I hover over the link, the pointer changes into a hand. And this means that the visitor can click it. Once I click the compare, it will change into an edit. And still the pointer is a hand. And this is bad UX for me. It should change to a pointer, and this shouldn't be linkable. You cannot do anything. If you click it, nothing will happen. But the moment the visitor will see that as a link, he will click it for sure. He will not see anything else in here. So you have to go and create a comparison page, something around here, compare or something. But for the free version, you cannot do anything else. You just have to have the page somewhere separated. You cannot do anything else. So please, ProductX team, change that to a non-link setting, or change that with custom CSS to not be changed as a hand. Okay, now let's go and add something different. Let's add that to compare as well. Let's add that to compare. I'm going for 5 or 6 different things. So this is the comparison. Let's go back to the settings. Let's go to the pages, all pages. And now I'm going to view the comparison, the compare page. Let's view that. And here is the comparison. As you can see, I can see the product. I can see the image, the title. It says rated here. I can see the price, the availability, SKU, and the action is just to click the X. Now, I would like here to have also the add to cart. I would like here to have more settings like the category, like something different. And of course, I need here to have also the attributes of the products. That are the main features that I want to compare. If I have a website that has CPU computer parts, I have a CPU which will have an attribute of speed, an attribute of memory, an attribute of bandwidth. And those attributes should be viewable here just for the comparison. I don't need the comparison of the availability. I don't need the comparison of the SKU. I don't want those to see. I don't think that the visitor needs to compare the SKU. They need to see the attributes here. They need to see the add to cart button, so they don't need to go into the single product again to add that to cart. So those things are missing. Also, if I was going to add some custom post types inside my products, I should be able to add those inside the comparison table as well. These are some things that are missing from the comparison table. So we're going to leave it as this. No, let's try in the mobile view first. And if I go now and change that to a mobile view, you will see now that I have something like that. And now you can change that and scroll here. But I would like this column to be stacked in here and always be visible. Whenever I scroll and change that, I would be able to see this column. So I would know that this is the availability, this is the price. Of course, now that I only have some rows, I know that there are only 4 rows here, so I know why they are right here. But I would like this list to this column to be stackable here. Okay, that was all with my products here. I'm going to remove that if I want using the X here, or I can leave it as well here. Now let's go to the wishlist page, and first let's go to the products and add those as a wishlist. So I'm going to add it to a wishlist, and you can see it here. I'm going to close that. Then add that to a wishlist again, close that, add to a wishlist, close that, and add to a wishlist. And here we have something like that. So let's close that and see how it looks from the page. Let's go to the wishlist page and let's view that. And this is how it looks. So again, there are some things that I would like to see. So I would like to see if something there is out of stock, because it's a wish list and it's something that you may need to add in a wish list. And once it's in stock, I would like to get a reminder that it's now in stock. So I would like to get an email that says your product that you have added in the wish list is now available. This is something that I would like to have, but I don't have this option. I only have those 4 columns, as you can see here, with the next button here. It's good that we have the add to cart instead of the comparison. We have now the possibility to add that, but I would like to add more things inside here as well. Where is the category so I can know which category I'm at? Where is the short description, or if I want to add another field? I don't have any of these options. Okay, so I would like to have those options. Also, there are other wishlist plugins that will ask me if they want to save the wishlist into the account or into the cookie of the browser. This is also something that I would like to see in this plugin. I would like to have the option for the visitor, if he comes into my website and he wants to add something in the wish list, he will add the wish list and immediately he will be asked to sign into the website and not be able to use the wish list unless he's signed in. And this is something that I would like to have the option for. Okay, enough with this, and let's close all of those. Close this, and this, of course. Okay, this as well. And here we are back into the home page, and let's go here. Now, I'm going to refresh the page because I have added a new plugin. And we're going to first add a category. So let's go here. And underneath that, I'm going to click here and I'm going to add, let's browse all. And we're going to see here the ProductX block. So we have the wrapper, and this is why I told you about the content width. We have a heading, an image, and here we have two product categories, product category number 2 and product category number 1. When you hover over, you can see how it looks. So I'm going to click this one. Okay, so I have something like that. Now, the image cannot be seen here because I don't have any image inside my categories. So if you don't see it, it's not the default of the product. You have to go into the product categories and then go into those two categories, cactus and plants for me, and go back here in the thumbnail and upload. Here is the media library and select something for the cactus like this, and then update, and also here is the plant, so upload and select something for the plant as well. Okay, use that and update. Okay, now that we are ready to go, let's close that and refresh the page here. And now I will see that I have the images on the back of my categories, as you can see here. Click here. Okay, and once I click, I can now change some things. So I have the ability to change the design, as you can see here. I can import this, or this, and this is something that it will change the card. So if I select to import that, it will change to this one, as you can see here. Or if I want, I can change that and here, and it will probably add a title here and maybe a background color. No, it doesn't have any background color. Okay, so you can do something like that. I'm going to import that because it has bigger images. Okay, something like that. Let's go into the settings, and here you can style pretty much not everything, but way more features than what we have before. So we can have a slide view or a grid view. Here I'm going to put grid view because 2 categories are not enough for a slide. Columns, it's 4. Let's go to 2. Columns gap, I'm going to leave it as it is. Row gap, read more if you want to have read more text. Then we have the dots. Let's add the dots, and we have the headings. Of course, the dots cannot be seen here. I hope. Sorry, the dots are not visible because we have not a carousel, we have a grid, so no dots here. Okay, we have the description if we want, or the count. If I want to count the products, so I have the number of the products that I have inside. Then we have the alignment, so we're going for the middle. Keep in mind that this is the style. It's not in the same align as the image. It's a little bit more modern style, and this is how it looks. Okay, then we have the query, and we have a regular, child of, parent, or custom. I'm going to leave it as it is. Heading, this is the heading of this whole category, the whole blog. So it says browse or our categories, and you can remove it if you want and use the heading from the Gutenberg editor that you have. We have the alignment and heading URL. We have the heading tag style. If you want to change the style of the heading, let's go for something like that. And here it has a white color, but we can change that later on. Here in the color, we can put a red or something. Border color, border size, spacing, subheading, if you want something beneath that. And then we have the content style, and you can change the background color of the content and put it something like this. You can see that it has way too many features comparing the others. So we have something for the images, and you can change the animation on hover, zoom in, zoom out, rotate left. Let's go for a zoom in. So when you hover, you have something like that. And then it also has settings for the hover, so you can grayscale it when you hover it and put it in overlay. And we have settings for the title. This is the title, so I can hover and put a little bit of blue, something like that, as you can see. And then I can change for the typography if I want to change the text. Here it is. Then I can select the count and I can change the typography for the count, the color for the count, the read more. As you can see, I can change the text for the read more, and I can change everything else is here. Whatever you choose to have inside here, it will add those elements inside there. Now, this is for the free version. If we add here the pro version, you will see that we will have way too many options, way more features inside here. So let's update that, and I will go now into the product. So let's go and browse all, and we're going for a product grid, and let's see what we're going to take. We're going to take something, I don't know, let's go for something like that. Okay, so I'm going to click it, and now I can select the layout. As you can see, I cannot select any other layouts. I can only have this one because this is for the free version. I have here for the wish list, and this works normally in the front end. Of course, the back end, it's no point on working that. And here I have the design, so I can change that to something different. As you can see, I have those two here. If you add a different grid, you will have different designs here. After that, let's go to the settings, and here we have the grid view, or I can select the slide view if I want to create the carousel. Column gap 10, slides to show 4. I'm going to leave it as it is. Dots, I have the dots, and I'm going to style it later on. I have the arrows. The side speed is that one. Show cart if you want. This element is only showing cart when I hover over, and this is how it looks in the design. You can change that in a different design because it's not looking too good, but you can change that with a different design probably. And then we have, these are gray out, so you cannot edit those. These are for the pro version. We have the show out of stock if you want to hide it, and show sale. This is the green here, and I can hide that if I don't want that. Let's leave it here. Show price, show review, title, show short description, category, heading, and image. Everything that you don't want, you can just hide it. And after that, you can select if you want the filters to be here. Of course, there are no point adding filters in the carousel. You have the pagination and alignment for the cards. After that, I can select the query and change to something different. I have top rated, most sales for the 24 hours, last 7 days, most sales for the last month, most sales for the 3 months. Also, most sales all time and most view all times. And if you don't want anything of that, you can select, leave it as it is, and just have them ordered by date or newest to oldest, something like that. After that, you can select the product status if you want featured or on sale only. You can select the number of posts. This is 8. Exclude out of stock products, and category. You can select the categories that you want and have only those. Then I can select to include product by ID or exclude product by ID. If you don't know how to find your ID of your products, go to all products and hover over one product, and you will see the ID in here. ID 87, ID 86, ID 85. So you can type the products that you want to include or exclude. We have offset product. It means that it will start from the second or the third, and in whatever you put in here, the number of you put. So skip the first products. Arrow, so I can style the arrows. Here, the color is white, so I can go and put a red. Then the background color is gray, so I can go and put a black, but take the transparency and put it in 0. So I can have something like that. And when I hover, I need to have a white with a red background, which is great. Okay, and as you can see, it's working fine. I can change the hover radius, and I can put whatever I want. I can put a box shadow and what else I want to put. Then I can go and change the size if I want to go and give it a little bigger size or less. The width. To make it a little less of the circle here, the height, the vertical position, horizontal position, to go and put it outside or inside of those elements. You can do whatever you want. As you can see, you have way too many features for the free version. Then we have the dots, and I can go here and I can select that the dots, here the background color of the dots should be something different so it can be viewable all the time, because I have a gray background here. Then I can select different background for the active, and the background color here is black, and I can go for a red, so the active is red now. I can change the hover radius, I can change the width, the horizontal position, and everything else that we saw in the arrows. I have the overlay meta elements, which are right down here, and I can change them. I have the price, and I can change the color of the price. Now, this I would like to have also the sale price, because I have the price and the sale price in one box, and I would like to have a different color maybe for the sale. But if I put here red, you will see that both of those prices are in red, the original and the sale price. I would like to have those separated, but I do not. The review, if you have a review, this is the stars, and you have the empty and the fill color, short description, and sales, and whatever you see. Here is the box that says sales, and you can go ahead and put here a different one and grab here a pink, okay, something like that. And then we have the card, which is not viewable because it's right down here. We have the image, the heading, title, category, and for the title, of course, I can go ahead and select to be H5, select that color to be blue, select for the hover color to be something like red when I hover. I don't know, do whatever you want. Select the typography and put that to be 20. And for the category as well, you can change everything. And as you can see, it has more features than anything else. And last, we have the advanced, which will have something that you can add for the ID and have custom CSS added, z-index, margin, padding, and then we have the background color. And for the responsive, it's a pro feature in here. So I'm going to update that, and this is what you can do with that plugin. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to add the pro version of the plugin. Now, I have added the pro version, and as you can see, the pro version is just an add-on for the free one, and it unlocks all the features that are not available in the free version. And if you go now to the product and license, you can see the license code, which is not good. If I go and create a website and then give it to my client, and create an administrator account for him because he wants the website for himself and he doesn't need support or anything else. He wants to do whatever he needs to do. So it's his website at this moment. So I'm handling the website to him, and he can go in the ProductX, go into license, and he can see my license code. This should be encrypted. Okay, it's a basic. Please, ProductX team, go and hide the license key. Okay, then if we go to the settings, we will see now that we will have all the features available. So in the compare, we have the pop-up compare. It's available now that I can do that. So I can select this and save changings. If I go to flip image, I can select the extra feature image section. If I go to quick view, I can select whatever I want to disable. Whatever you select is the ones that you want to hide. And of course, I can also select all of those things that I couldn't before. Then I have the wish list. Again, I have the added to wish list or pop-up wish list. I'm going to put that added wish list instead of pop-up. And if I go now to, let's go to the products again. Let's go and open those products and see if they are here. Okay, compare. And now that I'm adding the compare, I thought I was going to have a pop-up, but I'm not getting one. And no, I'm not getting now a pop-up even that I have compared and pop-up. Maybe I have to also redirect to the page. I don't know. I thought that it was going to work straight out of the box. Let's go and see for another product. Compare. It's going into here. It's not going for the pop-up. Okay, I'm not going to search why it's not doing that. It's not this video for what's about. So let's go back to the page. Let's close this. Let's close this and this. And here, let's go and refresh the page. And now that I will have the pro version, I will see way more features than I had in the free. Once I click here, you will see that I now have in the settings, okay, these are the same features, but if I go for the product grid, wait a moment, okay, product, as you can see, when I click the product grid, I can see the product category. This is the product category, but once I click the product grid, it doesn't change. I did some tests and it takes some time to load. I don't know why it's doing that. If I click to another blog, you will see that it takes the settings, but if I click here, you will see that it's not changing. It will take some time, about 20 or 30 seconds, and then it will load into the settings normally. In the front end, I don't have any problems. The moment I refresh the page, I will get here the product carousel normally, as you can see here. It doesn't slow down the front end, but for some reason, the back end is not working out of the box immediately. Okay, let's click elsewhere and let's click again here, product category again. Okay, as you can see, this is something that I would like to be improved. Maybe this is the speed that they were talking about in the roadmap, in the GT Matrix Pass. I don't know. It's not looking good. Still not able to check it. And I cannot even, okay, now I'm okay. Maybe you shouldn't check this. You should click outside the box. Let's see. Yeah, the moment I check outside the box, I get these settings. But if I click here, I will not. And this is something that is also a bug. Let's refresh and see if I was mistaken. Let's save first. And refresh the page and see if it was my mistake. And I should not click on top of the product, but in the blog itself. And let's go and click here. Yeah. So that was my mistake. I shouldn't click in the card. I should click in the blog. But this is something like a bug and should be fixed. When you click here, you should always have this settings. If I click into the product here, I will get the product category. If I click here, I will not get the product grid that I have put here. So this is something that it should be fixed. Now, since I have the Pro version, I have the other layouts. So basically, those are other cards options. So if I click here, I will have now, when I hover over here, the settings for the comparison in the front end, or I can have it right in the bottom, or I can have it right here, as you can see here. And I can also change those. Let's update that and see in the front end now that I will have all those features, as you can see here. And this means that it's already added, I think. And this is a compare, so I'm going to click that and I'm going straight in the comparison because I have leave it as it is in the settings. So let's go back and let's also try to change something in the settings. So in the settings, you will see that I have far more features, as you can see here. This is all the settings that I have. And if I go and change that to a grid view, let's go here. You see now that I have the show card, we have the show wish list, we have the show compare, out of stock, show sale, show hot, show deal, show prices, okay, image flip, filter, pagination, and whatever I want to change are always available. Everything are available now in the Pro version. There's no point now going into every single one of those, but I also have in the advanced now the responsive feature available for me to hide it in whatever this desktop or tablet view I don't want to. Okay, so that was the product, and the last one is the add-ons. Let's go to the add-ons and let's click the save templates. So now I have the save templates here, and I can go into the same templates. I can create a new template, and now it will go and access the Gutenberg editor. I can name the template as I want, a grid, basically grid or something, grid, product grid, whatever you want to do that. Publish that, publish again, and then go and add a product category and choose whatever you want to do. Do everything that you need to do, and then go back to the pages. And here we have the grid, and this is the shortcode that you are going to use with your favorite builder. And that was all with the tutorial of the product. Now let's go for the review. Let's go back to the product page, and we're going back for the prices. Now, for me, if you are building websites for your clients, I think that this is an amazing deal. This is a bargain because later on they will soon increase the prices, because you can create something different with that. You can create it single product pages, and you will be able to create single product pages and category product pages, and also you have some other abilities as well. But if you only need the product layouts, it's still a bargain. It's still something that you can create amazing layouts. You cannot do anything like that with other products, and I have tried it, I think, about 10 products at this moment, and you cannot do anything close to that with anything else. So it's good for the layout. Now, for the comparison and the wishlist pages, I have seen better. It's not the best version, it's not the best pages. There are missing features like the add to cart for the comparison, like the fixing column for the left column, that it should be fixed whenever you scroll in the mobile version. It should handle custom post types. It should have attributes. This is something that it should be really inside there. Attributes is a must. You should compare always attributes inside here. And of course, the add to cart button is missing. For the wish list, again, they should have options like inform your client with an email once the out of stock product is available for order. And you should always have the ability to select the cookies to be saved as cookies, the wish list, or into the account of the client. Now, maybe there is a problem with an API and some themes will not support it. I don't know about that, but I have tried some products that can do that and I like it better. But this is an all-in-one solution, and this is something that I would like to see better for the comparison and the wish list. So that is my opinion of the ProductX. Buy it if you are building websites for your clients. If it's only for your website, I think the lifetime deal at this moment, $150, is way too pricey. I think it's a lot of money to pay for one website, but this is a bargain. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.